kids, just learn some basic self-defense. Go to a martial arts academy, join us on SKC Live, anywhere, whatever it is. Go learn the basics. If being a black belt is not your thing, then learn the basics. At least know how to protect your face.
That's true.
At least know the basics. You're not gonna be a race car driver, right? But you still learn how to drive a car.
That's true. This is true. It's just to learn the basics. That's right. Just like you go to school. You go to school to learn the basics. Mm-hmm. And then you learn the real deal once you get out to the real world. Because even in college, when you're there doing the work, you're not really learning the actual stuff that's happening in the real world. You're just learning the basics to then be able to apply it when you come out. Everything, you're learning the basics.
Yeah.
Unless you start working in the field, right? Like doctors that they go and they do their community time.
Yeah.
And then they have to work. But still, it's still the basics.
But you're always still practicing. You always got to keep practicing. The day you stop practicing, you're not good at it anymore.
Yeah. Doctors, they have to practice continuously.
They have to practice continuously. And then you have good doctors and bad doctors. And let's say, for instance, a race car driver. They still got to practice.
That's right.
They have to practice to continue at that level of competition.
Well, don't they say that 1,000 hours makes you a professional?
I think it's 10,000 hours.
10,000?
10,000 hours.
So if you were to go ahead and practice something for 10,000 hours, then you become a professional. Yeah. So that's what it takes. Yeah. What's 10,000 hours? Let's see. 10,000 hours divided by 24 hours. How many days would it take? I thought it was 1,000. 24. It'll take you 416 days. So a little bit more than a year. A year and a couple of months.
But you have to put in that work.
But that's 24 hours consistently.
Yes.
You don't do 24 hours consistently. No. So let's say 6 hours.
It takes about 5 years.
6 hours. Yeah. 1,166 days. Divided by 352, right? It takes about 5 years.
Yeah. About 5 years. 356.
Well, no. So then let's say it takes 5 years.
About 5 years.
It takes about 5 years to become a professional in anything that you do.
And doing it 6 hours a day.
6 hours a day. So if you're bitching all the time and you do it for 6 hours, you become a professional bitcher.
This is true. These are facts.
And if you're an asshole for 6 hours a day, then you become a professional asshole.
These are all facts, right? If you're a complainer, you're going to be a complainer. If you're going to be, whatever it is you do, I bet, professional basketball players like, LeBron James and stuff like that, I know we see them there on the court playing for an hour and a half. Yeah. That's a game. And how many minutes do they play during that game? Some of them get like 22 minutes.
Exactly.
Right?
No, yeah. Right? It's serious work.
22 minutes of play. That's all they do. They go out there and they play for about 22 minutes. But throughout the day, how many hours are they putting in to be able to play just for 22 minutes and be in that limelight?
Well,
because the work that counts is the work you do when nobody sees.
That no one sees.
That's the work that counts. The work that they're doing on the court or on the field or in your business or whatever it is, that's just a piece